Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here on the one and only Tribal Warrior YouTube channel. And in today's video, as you see by the thumbnail and as you see by the title, we will be taking a look at all the PLEs from January to July 2025 in WWE, and I will be simply ranking them. So if you don't know what a tier list is where there's several sections and you want to put were your topics. So say if you've topics on favorite cars, favorite TV shows, or favorite wrestlers, you can put it into this section. And there's 4 sections in today's video. And the topic I've chosen is WWE PLEs. So today's video, we're going to take a look at all 8 PLEs that happened this year from the start of the year to today, okay? So we will not be taking a look at Saturday night's main event. We will not be taking a look at that, or NXT PLEs. The only ones we'll be taking a look at is the most recent one, Evolution, Night of Champions, Money in the Bank, Worlds Collide, WWE BackLash, the 2-night WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber, and the Royal Rumble, okay? So we're going to start with the oldest one, which will be the Royal Rumble. And in today's video, I have it set up in 4 different sections. So of course, the top section you see there is 5 stars. This is where I think it's a PLE of the Year contender. No hate on this PLE, fantastic. Then you have the great section. The show is completely great, but I just don't think it's the PLE of the Year contender. Then you have it's okay. It means some matches were okay, some matches were actually bad, okay? And then you have the sleeping emoji, which means completely horrible. It didn't like any of the PLE. There was no good talking points. There's literally nothing about the PLE that I liked. So let's take a look at all 8 PLEs in today's video. And yeah, with that being said, let's get started with the Royal Rumble. So of course, as I mentioned, the first PLE we're going to take a look at is the Royal Rumble. And the Royal Rumble was the first PLE that happened this year, other than the Saturday night's main event. But other than that, we're not talking about Saturday night's main event, so it's the Royal Rumble. So of course, Royal Rumble is obviously a traditional PLE. It happened February 1st, 2025, earlier this year in the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. So for all of these, we're just going to go through the match card, talk about where the match is good, and that's really it. And I'll give you my score or which tier it's going to go in. The 5-star tier, the great tier, the it's okay tier, or the sleeping tier. Like, you already know what I'm going to pick because it's in front of you, but I'll give you an explanation why I picked it. So of course we had the traditional Royal Rumble matches, and in the women's Royal Rumble match we had Charlotte Flair. She won it by eliminating Roxanne Perez. Of course, Roxanne Perez was the woman in the match who lasted the longest, who was the Iron Survivor of the women's Royal Rumble. But ultimately, Charlotte Flair returned to WWE after a knee injury and actually won the Royal Rumble, advancing onto WrestleMania. Then we had DIY, also known as Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, defeat the Motor City Machine Guns to retain their tag team titles. And also during this match, we had a return from the Street Profits. Then we had a complete 5-star matchup, as most people are saying this is a match of the year contender. We had Cody Rhodes defeat Kevin Owens in a ladder match to retain the undisputed WWE Championship. So of course, we've seen their heated rivalry begin earlier in the year, actually in December, I think it started, and it carried on to 2025. So of course, that was a great match. And then we had the men's Royal Rumble. Jey Uso won the men's Royal Rumble match by eliminating John Cena. Now this match was completely stacked. The names of Roman Reigns, CM Punk, AJ Styles, John Cena in his last Royal Rumble ever, but everybody thought he was going to win it. But shockingly, nobody thought Jey was going to win it, but he did. He defeated all the odds, and we even saw a surprise Royal Rumble appearance for Joe Hendry. And that there was the Royal Rumble. Completely great show. But was it a great show that could go in 5 stars? That's where I say no. Because I'm going to put it in a section just below the 5-star section. I'm going to put it in the great section because it was great. The whole show was great. There wasn't really bad matches. But I don't think this could be PLE of the Year contender. So I'm going to say this section goes to great. The next premium live event was the final premium live event before the biggest event of the year, WrestleMania. This event was in the Rogers Centre in Toronto, Canada. It was Elimination Chamber, which took place exactly 1 month after the Royal Rumble on March 1st, 2025. So, of course, as you see, this was a completely great show. We had Bianca Belair win the Women's Elimination Chamber match to earn a title shot at WrestleMania 41 with a surprise return from Jade Cargill. So, of course, Jade attacked Naomi. Then we had this iconic duo team up in Tiffany Stratton and WWE legend Trish Stratus team up to take on Nia Jax and Candice LeRae in a tag team match, which they won. Then we had, honestly, my favorite match of the night. I think this is match of the year. The end of the year, when I'm talking about 2025, I'm definitely going to include this match, because this match for me was complete. Just goodness, there's nothing I hated about this match. Kevin Owens defeated Sami Zayn in a 5-star, brutal, unsanctioned match, which concluded with a return from Randy Orton. So, of course, there was rumours for Randy to return in this match, but the match was so good, it took me away from literally everything, and I completely forgot about Randy, and on Randy's music hit, I popped. It was just such good match, and so many years of build-up as well. And then we had the men's Elimination Chamber match. John Cena won the men's Elimination Chamber match to earn a world title shot at WrestleMania, which obviously he went on to defeat Cody Rhodes to get his 17th world title. And he won the Elimination Chamber by finally eliminating CM Punk. But that wasn't it for the whole show, because at the end of the show, there was a scheduled promo with The Rock, and The Rock was going to be with Cody Rhodes, and basically The Rock wanted Cody's soul, and everyone was so confused what this means. There was rumors about Cody turning heel, and it was just really a must-watch moment. Like, what could possibly happen? So, obviously, The Rock and Cody was in the ring, but Cena was actually still there after the Elimination Chamber match, and Travis Scott, music sensation, was also there in the ring with The Rock. But then, out of literally nowhere, Cena then shockingly sold his own soul and turned heel and attacked Cody Rhodes with The Rock afterwards. So all three men, John Cena, The Rock, and even Travis Scott, attacked Cody Rhodes, and this was shocking. I think this was the most craziest moment of the whole entire year. And if John Cena didn't turn heel, who knows where we'd be today in the WWE? Who knows if he would have bet Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania? This literally is one of those moments that reshaped the entire WWE. This is just groundbreaking stuff. And because this show was so good, it was so awesome, especially that last segment that gave it an extra push, I put this PLE in the 5-star section. All matches were bangers. The Women's Elimination Chamber, we've seen a return of Jade Cargill, fantastic. A dream team in Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus win. The tag team match was fantastic. I personally think match of the night, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match, absolutely gorgeous. And then we had the men's Elimination Chamber and the shocking heels turn. So that is why I'm going to put it in the 5-star section. So, of course, this is huge, great, just completely groundbreaking. Elimination Chamber for me, just best PLE of the year. And then we had the biggest PLE of the year on the grandest stages of them all. It was WrestleMania 41, and this obviously was a 2-night event. This took place on on April 19th and 20th, 2025 in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Allegiant Stadium. So, of course, WrestleMania this year was historic. It was fantastic. Jey Uso made Gunther tap out to win his first World Heavyweight Championship to kick off night 1 of WrestleMania. That was great. We had the New Day beat the War Raiders to become new tag team champions in a fast-paced match. Jade Cargill dominated Naomi to score a decisive win at her WrestleMania debut. Jacob Fatu shocked LA Knight and took the United States Championship in his first Mania match. El Grande Americano was scheduled to take on Rey Mysterio, but unfortunately Mysterio got injured, so Rey Fenix stepped in and he still lost. Tiffany Stratton held on to her women's title by beating legend Charlotte Flair. And then in the main event, Seth Rollins won a triple threat match against Roman Reigns and CM Punk, thanks to Paul Heyman turning on both Punk and Roman Reigns. That main event completely saved the show, so that was just completely shocking. So that was night one, and then on to night two. Then on night two, it kicked off with Io Sky when she retained her women's world title against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley in a thrilling triple threat match. This was one of the best matches of the year, in my opinion. This was so good. Becky Lynch returned and teamed up with Lara Valkyria and took the women's titles from Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Logan Paul beat legend AJ Styles after hitting the pulverizer out of nowhere. Then Joe Hendry shockingly answered Randy Orton's open challenge, but he lost in under 10 minutes. Dominic Mysterio stole the Intercontinental title in a fatal 4-way match against Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Penta, which he still holds to this day. Then Drew McIntyre wrecked Damian Priest in a wild street fight. And then the main event, which everybody was waiting for years in the making. John Cena defeated Cody Rhodes to become a 17-time world champion with help from rapper Travis Scott to close off WrestleMania in Cena's last WrestleMania. So of course, Travis Scott is honestly playing a huge role in the first half of 2025, the Elimination Chamber, as I mentioned, and then again at WrestleMania. So yes, huge win for John Cena, which reshaped the entire WWE universe, WWE concept. Of course, he had great title defenses against Randy Orton, CM Punk, R-Truth, some great tag team matches as well, singles matches, and now he's going to defend it against Cody Rhodes, this time at SummerSlam on August 3rd, 2025. But the question is he going to lose that title? And yes, that was WrestleMania 41. And just like the Royal Rumble, this show was completely great. However, I don't think it is groundbreaking. So yes, you heard it here first. I think, in my opinion, that Elimination Chamber was better than WrestleMania. That is why I'm locking in WrestleMania as a great PLE. Then we had this event on May 10th, 2025. This show is usually the first PLE that happens after WrestleMania, and it was after WrestleMania in the Enterprise Center, St. Louis, Missouri. BackLash. Now, of course, this show was alright. We had Jacob Fatu held on to his United States Championship in a wild fatal 4-way, getting unexpected help from the newcomer Jeff Cobb, which then went on to be named JC Mateo. Lara Valkyria edged out of Becky Lynch in a tough fight to keep her women's Intercontinental title. And yeah, that match was actually alright. Every match with Lara Valkyria and Becky Lynch was fantastic. Speaking of Intercontinental title, we also had Dominic Mysterio cheat his way past Penta thanks to the interference of El Grande Americano. Then we had Gunther. He choked out WWE commentator Pat McAfee in a one-sided match that ended by knockout. Then in the main event, we had John Cena beat hometown hero Randy Orton to keep the undisputed WWE title using a low blow and outside help from R-Truth to pull it off. So yeah, this match was okay. This show was okay. The ones that I actually really did like was the John Cena versus Randy Orton. That's what the show really was all about. That's the only important match on the show. It was interesting and unique to see Gunther versus Pat McAfee. At one point, I did think Pat McAfee was going to win, but obviously it did not happen. Thankfully, obviously. But other than that, the show was honestly quite bad. The only thing that saved the show for getting a sleep emoji was that John Cena versus Randy Orton match. So therefore, I'm going to put BackLash 2025 in the It's Okay section. The next show was actually quite interesting, and I actually kind of did enjoy it. It was Worlds Collide. It was WWE, NXT, and AAA Wrestling crossover. over. It was on June 7th, 2025 in Inglewood, California in the Kia Forum Arena. We had Octagon. By the way, before I continue on, if I pronounce any of these names wrong, I'm sorry. I already done this with my Worlds Collide predictions video earlier in June, and I definitely pronounced half the names wrong. So if I do it again, that is completely my bad. Don't get me wrong, I'm trying my best here. But anyways, Octagon Jr. teaming up with Aerostar and Mr. Iguana beat LWO's trio in a wild opener, and then Dominic Mysterio got involved after the match and challenged Octagon Jr. at Money in the Bank. Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice teamed up and worked smoothly as a team, scoring a clean win over Dalise and Chick Tormenta in a strong women's tag match. Legado del Fantasma took down Pagano, Psycho Clown, and El Higo del Dr. Wagner Jr. in a chaotic six-man brawl with Santos Escobar landing the final blow. Ethan Page retained the North American title in a fast-paced four-way, outlasting Javon Evans, Rey Fenix, and Laredo Kid. And then El Higo del Vikingo closed off the night by defeating Chad Gable in an incredible main event to keep the AAA Mega Championship. And in my opinion, the main event between El Higo del Vikingo and Chad Gable was match of the night. This could be a huge way for WWE and AAA to work together more. I think this is a match of the year contender, and the superstar in the match wasn't even a WWE wrestler. El Higo del Vikingo, huge credits to him. He's currently still the AAA Mega Champion. So good. Such a great match. However, I'm going to put it in the it's okay section because I don't think it's the greatest show of the year. However, it was good. However, I don't think it's the same quality as WrestleMania. So therefore, I'm going to put it in the it's okay section. So, great show. I loved seeing the AAA superstars. Mr. Iguana was a favorite. We had Psycho Clown was cool to see. El Higo de Dr. Wagner Jr. and El Higo del Vikingo, Laredo Kid. So many good superstars in that show. So yeah, I'm going to put that in the It's Okay section. That was Worlds Collide. And then we had Money in the Bank on the same day of Worlds Collide later in the evening on June 7th, 2025. Once again in Inglewood, California. But this time in the Intuit Dome. So we had Dominic Mysterio retain his Intercontinental Championship against Octagon Jr., which we actually talked about earlier in today's video about Worlds Collide. We had Seth Rollins. He won the men's Money in the Bank ladder match after some chaos and some betrayal from Jacob Fatu as he helped him grab that briefcase. Naomi surprised everyone by outlasting a tough group of women to win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match and secure that contract, which she actually recently cashed in on. We also had Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso team up to beat John Cena and Logan Paul with a surprise assist from R-Truth, helping them get the win after a huge R-Truth movement online and at shows. So yeah, that was really the talking point of the show. R-Truth, so good. And speaking of the men's Money in the Bank and good matches, the men's Money in the Bank, the women's Money in the Bank was actually pretty good as well. And we also had that men's Intercontinental title, and we also had a women's Intercontinental title because we saw Becky Lynch. She took the women's Intercontinental Championship from Lara Valkyria in a hard-hitting match. But other than that, the show was okay. If R-Truth didn't return, this show would be in that sleeping section. But it wasn't. R-Truth returned, and yeah, the main event was good. I'm pretty sure that was the match where Logan Paul had that drone in his hand and done a leap. So that's a memorable moment. So a couple of other memorable moments. The Money in the Bank choices were good as well. I'd actually thought LA Knight was going to win, but no, it was Seth Rollins. But other than that, the show was pretty mid. It was okay. Speaking of okay shows, we had Night of Champions. Took place June 28th, 2025. But this time, we were not in America because we were in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I think I'm saying that right. In the Kingdom Arena. We had Cody Rhodes beat Randy Orton in the King of the Ring final in Saudi Arabia, earning a title shot at SummerSlam. Rhea Ripley won a tough street fight against Raquel Rodriguez, finishing her off with a brutal riptide through a table from the top rope. Let's talk about that. We also had Sami Zayn. He got the win over Karrion Kross after hitting a huge haluva kick. Solo Sikoa took the United States title from Jacob Fatu with some help from the returning Tonga Loa and the debuting Tala Tonga. Jade Cargill won the Women's Queen of the Ring tournament by beating Asuka, setting herself up for a future women's title match at SummerSlam. In the main event, John Cena held on to the undisputed WWE Championship after beating CM Punk despite a lot of chaos and interference. So of course, this show was actually fantastic. It was good, but I don't think it had that top quality. Of course, the Cody Rhodes and the Randy Orton match was good. So was the Jade Cargill match, but I don't really like that. It was kind of slow paced. The solo match was actually quite interesting. And so was the Undisputed Championship match. But other than that, the show was okay. It was alright. So that's why I'm going to put it in the it's okay section once again. And finally, the most recent show, which took place 15 days ago on July 13th, 2025. Now, at the time of recording this video, it is Monday the 28th. No, it is Sunday, sorry. How am I a day off? It's Sunday the 27th of July. So, of course, it was 15 days ago. But at the time of recording this video, it will be way over this because this video will be coming out a week, 2 weeks after SummerSlam. So hopefully, future me, was SummerSlam good? I hope so. But, of course, so basically what I'm trying to say, it's not 15 days for you guys watching, but it is currently at this time. You know, if that makes sense. But if it doesn't, just ignore everything I said for the past, 30 seconds, because it's literally not relevant. But what is relevant is a all-women's PLE Evolution. Took place July 13th, 2025 in Atlanta, Georgia, State Farm Arena. We had 7 fantastic matches, including Becky Lynch she kept her women's intercontinental title by sneaking a quick roll-up on a Bayley in a triple threat match against Bayley and Lara Valkyria. The NXT Championship was on the line. Jacy Jane held onto that title by pinning Jordynne Grace with a help from a heel-turning Blake Monroe. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez won a chaotic 4-way tag team match to keep their women's tag team titles against a team from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Tiffany Stratton beat WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus to hold on to her women's championship in a completely dream matchup. Now, 4 months ago, I actually predicted we were going to get this match, so credits to me. Jade Cargill got a big win over Naomi in a brutal no-holds-barred match with Bianca Belair as the special guest referee, and I actually quite enjoyed this match. We also had Stephanie Vaquer. She won a 20-woman battle royal by eliminating Lash Legend, earning a shot at the Women's World Heavyweight Championship later this year in France. Then we had our main event, which is honestly another possible match of the year. In the main event, Naomi cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase during the title match between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. She turned it into a triple threat match and walked out as the new Women's World Champion as history was made at the All-Women's Premium Live event. And guys, as I mentioned, all 7 matches there, of course, the Battle Royal, the Women's Intercontinental title, the main event, Naomi unexpectedly cashing in, Jade Cargill versus Naomi, Tiffany and Trish, the Women's Tag Team titles, and the NXT Championship. Just historic. That's why I'm going to put this right here at 5 stars, right beside Elimination Chamber, because I honestly do think that Evolution was better than the Royal Rumble, BackLash, Worlds Collide, Night of Champions, Money in the Bank, and hot take, I really do think it was better than WrestleMania. Do you guys think that? Because personally, I do. Let me know your thoughts down below. What was your favourite premium live event of this year? Or maybe your least favourite? I might do this again in 6 months, 5 months time at the end of the year, I'm going to talk about every single PLE that happened in 2025. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Should I do this yearly, predict, and to talk about the first 6 months from January to July or January to June where the PLE is good? Let me know your thoughts down below, because I truly do want to hear your thoughts and opinions on that. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. It was actually quite fun to do this video because there's a lot of PLEs happening in WWE at the moment. So most of the time on this channel, I'm doing predictions videos, thoughts and opinions videos, and I don't get proper time to do these good videos. So I sneaked this one in just before SummerSlam. So hopefully SummerSlam was good, because this video will be coming out after SummerSlam. So yes guys, just to recap, in the It's Okay section, I had BackLash, Worlds Collide, Money in the Bank, and Night of Champions. In the sleeping section, I actually didn't put anything. In the great section, I had the Royal Rumble in February and WrestleMania. And in the 5-star section, I put Evolution and my personal favourite PLE of the year, Elimination Chamber. Thanks guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and remember to always, always stay tribal.